Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Trinity English Joseph. And as a part of today's video, we are just going to deal about CBSE Class 10 Supplementary Reader Footprints Without Feet. That is the second lesson, The Thief's Story. And in this particular lesson, we are going to deal about the human values. And as an introduction, we just deal about a character called Hari Singh, and it is about the 15-year-old thief who changes his name every month to stay ahead of the police and his old employers. And in the lesson, it is not given what was his original name, but this time, when he wanted to approach the other character Anil, and he changes his name as Hari Singh. This time, he has kept his name as Hari Singh. He goes on to ask a 25-year-old writer who was named as Anil to allow him to work for him. And Anil trusts him completely without any doubt and employs him as his employer. And now, our story is going to deal about, does Hari Singh succeeded in stealing from Anil, or does the boy betray his trust, and what happens at the end finally? Did Anil win or did Hari Singh win? What is the end of the story we are going to deal about in this particular story? And if you just look at the characters, there are only two characters here. One is Hari Singh, a small time thief, and who is a 15-year-old man. And Anil is a struggling writer who is mentioned as a 25 years old. And if you just look at the theme of the story explores the themes of aspiration, trust, guilt, conscience, and kindness. Now we are going to deal in detail in the coming part of the lesson. Friends, now let us look at the lesson, The Thief's Story of Class 10th English, Chapter 2, from the book Footprints Without Feet. And the writer for this is Ruskin Bond. And friends, now let us look at this particular author, that is Ruskin Bond. Born on 19th May 1934, is an Indian author of British descent. He lives in Landor, Mussoorie in India. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award, the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan, and many other awards, whatever he has supposed to be. And most of his works are influenced by life in the hill stations at the foothills of the Himalayas, where he spent all his childhood. And his first novel, The Room on the Roof, was written when he was 17 years and published when he was 21. Being a writer for over 50 years, Ruskin Bond experimented with the different genres. Early works include fiction, short stories, novella, with some being autobiographical. Later, he tried out non-fiction, horror, romance, and even books for children. Looking at shortly the birth, famous novels, and the awards, and coming to this one, friends, which value do you think today's society need the most? So if you just look at today's society, everywhere you see that there is violence everywhere that you see. And friends, which value do you think today's society need the most? If you just look at, there are different qualities because everywhere we have violence and cheating and so many other things. And do you think that a man is a born criminal? Whenever a man is born, he is not a criminal, but he is made so due to the situations, circumstances, and everything what are around him. And simply, do you think a small act of kindness and trust can change a person's entire perspective on life? As Mother Teresa says, you can kill your enemy with your kindness. And a kindness can definitely attract the people. The quality called compassion definitely makes a person, definitely attracts a person. Let's make a difference in the world we are living in with the act of kindness and compassion. And friends, if you just look at this particular lesson, The Thief's Story is about a 15-year-old thief who changes his name every month to stay ahead of the police and his old employers. This time he kept his name Hari Singh. He goes on to ask a 25-year-old writer named Anil to allow him to work for him. And here, Anil trusts him completely and employs him. Does Hari Singh succeed in stealing from Anil? Does the boy betray his trust? What happens at the end? So these are the different course of the story. And friends, here the characters are Hari Singh, a small-time thief, and Anil, a struggling writer. And friends, if you just look at here in the summary, the story begins with Hari Singh, a small-time thief, approaching Anil, a struggling writer, who is watching a wrestling match. Hari Singh lets the readers know that this is not his real name, since he keeps changing his name to avoid getting caught by the police or his previous employers. However, we don't get to know his real name in the story. So we do not know exactly what was the name of Hari Singh, who was in the story, because he kept on changing his name and he did not let out his name to know to the people. So thus we do not know his original name. Hari Singh tries to flatter Anil in order to have his attention. Once he has Anil's attention, he asks Anil for a job. Anil flatly refuses, saying that he won't be able to pay. But Hari Singh's persistence makes Anil think twice. Finally, they reach an agreement. Hari Singh would cook for Anil. In return, Anil would feed him and give him a place to stay. Here, Anil accepted to give him a job on the condition that he will not be able to pay and he would only provide him the shelter and the food. So these are the conditions that he kept, and on the agreement of that, Anil accepted Hari Singh to stay with him. And friends, if you just look at here, this goes on for about a month. Since Anil doesn't make much money, Hari Singh doesn't get a chance to steal anything. And Hari Singh cooks, buys grocery, and sometimes makes a rupee or two from the money Anil gives for the vegetables and grocery. Anil has even taught Hari Singh to write his name and would soon teach him to write full sentences, about which Hari Singh seems excited. As Hari Singh was not at all educated, so he was very much worried, or he was very much interested in learning how to read and write, because Hari Singh was taught to read and then write, and then Hari Singh even learned from Anil how to write his own name, and he would soon teach how to write full sentences. So for this reason, he was just staying with Anil. He feels he would achieve greater things once he knows how to write sentences. That's what Hari Singh felt being with Anil. One day, Anil returns with a bundle of notes which he has earned by selling his book to a publisher. Hari Singh plans to make his move that night and steal the money. And as I already told you, Anil did not have much money, and Hari Singh did not get any chance of stealing this particular money. And now, one day, he, Anil, returns with a bundle of notes which Hari Singh saw it, and then he got his chance, and he was interested to just steal the money that night and then to run away from the house. And friends, if you just look at night, Hari Singh managed to steal the money and sneak out of the house without anybody's notice. He ran to the station where a train was just leaving the platform. He could have boarded the train, but suddenly something told him not to, and he didn't board the train. He was about to board into a running train, but he didn't do it. Something pricked him. His conscience pricks him, and he does not board the train. He was left alone on the deserted platform. He had nowhere to go. He kept walking and reached the Maidan. A sudden rain drenched and completely he got wet and made him take shelter under a clock tower. So when he went into the Maidan, suddenly the rain started and it drenched him completely wet, and he had to take shelter under a clock tower. He now felt miserable about stealing from the very man who trusted him. So now Anil trusted him and he did not know about anything. So whatever he did not tell him anything. So Anil's goodness and kindness made him to feel ashamed or guilty of the person whom he trusted, and then he cheated him. So Hari Singh felt the conscience of cheating Anil. Suddenly, he remembered about the full sentences and how they would earn him respect in the society. Now he remembered about the education that Anil was teaching Hari Singh. He decided to return to Anil, even if only to learn how to write full sentences. At least to learn full sentences, how to learn education, how to read and write. So he wanted to return to Anil. And friends, Hari Singh returns to Anil's house and quietly manages to keep the damp notes at the same place from where he had stolen them. And now Anil, as he was sleeping, Hari Singh stealthily once again enters into the house and very quietly manages to keep the damp notes at the same place from where he had stolen them. The next morning, Anil gives Hari Singh a 50 rupees note and tells him that now he would be paid regularly. Now, in the morning, Anil comes to Hari Singh, he gives a 50 rupee note and then tells him from now onwards you would be paid regularly your salary. Anil also says that he would start teaching Hari Singh how to write full sentences from that very day. Now, Anil tells to Hari Singh that I am going to teach you to write full sentences from the very day, from that day itself. Hari Singh finds the 50 rupee note still damp from the last night's rain. He realizes that Anil knows everything but he has chosen not to bring things up. Though Anil knew that he had done something, but still he did not remind him of anything of it. So he felt very guilty. The story ends with the Hari Singh finally and genuinely feeling happy to be in the company of Anil. After wandering to so many places, Hari Singh, after cheating so many people, after an encounter with so many people, finally he finds a right person to stay with him because he found in Anil a sincere, trusting person. So he did not want to betray his trust and he wanted to be an educated person. For multiple reasons, finally, Hari Singh, the thief, just simply stays with this particular man called Anil the writer. And character sketch of Anil. Anil is an easygoing, kind, and simple man who has interest in sports like wrestling. He was about 25 years old and he is not a rich person but has the patience and goodness. He ignores when Hari steals bits of money from him. He teaches him reading, writing, and cooking. Anil is a magazine writer. He is a trustworthy and generous person. He also pays Hari when he got some money. At the end of the story, he forgives Hari when he tried of stealing money. And friends, if you just look at, so he was a very good person, though he was stealing and everything. He did not just simply punish him or do something. And then that's what he did not simply use Hari Singh because he came freely, but when he got the money, he started paying. So that was the quality or the character of Anil, who was very trustworthy, who was very sincere, very honest. And character sketch of Hari Singh. Hari Singh was a 15-year-old boy who was an experienced and a successful thief. He was successful because of his cleverness and intelligence. He carefully planned everything before choosing his victims. He went to places where people would not suspect him and win their confidence to get job. After some time, he would run away stealing money from that particular place. Thus, he used to change his name to fool the people, police people, and his former employers. Thus, he was a liar. He was cruel enough to rob a simple and trusting man like Anil. He managed to steal 600 rupees from his house. Later, there is a transformation in the end of the story where he decides to come back to Anil and keep his trust alive. This shows that there is good in every bad person. Every bad person definitely have their good corner. And if you can really develop that good corner, definitely we can make a lot of change in the society. He wanted to become an educated person in the future. He wanted to mend his ways and become clever and respected man and earn his livelihood honestly without stealing. This is the character sketch of Hari Singh, a transformed thief. And if you just look at vocabulary, farmer, fits and starts, drizzle, so these are all the words for vocabulary. And if you just come to the theme and the moral, the story is based on the theme of friendship, betrayal, aspirations, connection, trust, guilt, change, kindness, loyalty, and honesty. The story is based on the fact that how love and kindness can transform even the most destructive minds of criminals and thieves in this cruel world. So these are the two qualities that we can concern with: love and kindness. Love begets everything. All the other qualities are simply just involved in this word called love, a genuine love. Moral: the moral of the story by Ruskin Bond, named The Thief's Story, is human values and relations are important in life and it can change a person. Self realization is the best way to bring transformation. So long as we do not have the self realization, a realization from within our own self, there cannot be anything that can change us. And you may be wealthy through being dishonest, but you will not be really happy as long as you are self earning. You will never be happy as long as you just steal or cheat other people. And friends, that's all for today in this video. Thank you all for being with me. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and then be a supporting person to my channel. Thank you all.